Okay, I like what I'm seeing there. I like what I'm seeing there. I've got the game I want to talk about. I've got my tea. And I've got two kittens going absolutely crazy with the curtain behind me. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip the Meeple on duty, and today we are talking about House of Cats. To be up front, this is a promotional copy given to me at Gen Con from the wonderful people at the Surfing Meeples booth. So again, paid promotion, all that sort of bias and things, I guess. Now, this is a really fun little game. I didn't know what I was expecting when I got it. I knew it was a roll and write, and I knew that a lot of people liked it. But otherwise, I was very unsure of what I was getting myself into when I signed up for this game. I sat on it entirely too long at this point, and now I am very happy that I have it in my collection, as me and Heather played it yesterday, and she was instantly like, yeah, that's a fun game. This game is very easy and reminiscent of a lot of roll and writes, but it's doing some fun things in the space that it is. Sorry, I have a kitten over there trying to shove its head between the washer and dryer, and it's distracting me at this point. You have your level that you're going to be playing on. These are two-sided, and it's levels 1, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 dice that you're going to be rolling. These are custom dice. I'll take a good picture of all the faces so you can see them. And a pack of golf pencils, which these are terrible because my huge mittens do not work with them. And then you will have a sheet of extra point cards or extra ability cards as well that you'll be using. This one is pretty straightforward. You're going to roll the dice and you're going to write on your map. Okay, surprise for a roll and write. Now, the parts that's different is you're going to have special abilities tied to each number. How do you use those special abilities? You have to complete a room. To complete a room, you have to have the same number of spaces filled contiguously of that value. So in this case, a 5, you need to have 5 5s grouped together, and then you're going to circle or draw a line around them and create a room. That room, then you're going to circle one, like in the 5, you're going to circle one of these, and you can then use that ability once. The more you get of those rooms, the more times you can use that ability. Also, the more points you get at the end of the game. Now, each dice face has 2, 3, 4, 5. One side is a mouse and one side is a cat. These have different rules for the cats. All the numbers, you're just trying to group them by space, and so you can use those abilities. You don't get you get extra points at the end of the game for having rooms completed. The bigger the room, the more points it's worth, but the harder it is to get that done. The mice and cat, depending on the level, have different rules. On level 1, which is the only one I've played so far, when you draw a mouse out, you mark off a cheese on the row and the column that you put the mouse in. On the cat, you're going to write it down here on the track, and every time you run into a number here, you get to write that out on your board. You get 1 point for each cat that you've chosen to play, and 1 point for each cheese that you have crossed off. Those are bonus points at the end of the game. Now, the game ends when somebody has completely filled their board. At that point, you count up your cats, your cheese that you've got, and any dead spaces on your board, as well as the bonuses, points from your rooms that you have completed. That is your total score. This game reminded me a bit of a few different games, but it's playing in its own space in a roll and write that I really like. And it's doing a bunch of fun stuff, and it gives you different options of how to play. And I really like that. All the components of this game are top notch. The paper is heavy enough. They give you enough of them, and if you think you're ever going to run out, you can just laminate some and then you have them forever, which I will probably be laminating Oh, probably get 5 or 6. The joys of having a home laminator since I do a lot of print and play stuff. The cardboard on these tiles is really heavy, so they're going to last a long while. They could have chose to do cards, but they chose to do these tiles, and I'm kind of here for it. The board size is an appropriate size. The only thing I don't really like about it is the fact that these pencils are absolutely tiny. The rule book was well laid out, and they give a separate page for solo rules, so if you want to play this by yourself, you crazy cat ladies, you can. And it's really well laid out, and the abilities, the special abilities from all the tiles are on the back page, so you can just leave it out in front of you. The scoring part they do at the end where they explain level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. Very well laid out rule book. I enjoyed that because it made learning this simple game very easy rather than trying to make it any more complicated than it was or needed to be. The art was absolutely fantastic. I love the blueprint look of this. And they even said, look, if you're not very artistic, you don't have to try and make this look really crazy. You can simply just do a triangle. Or if you want to try and make a mouse, all a mouse is a triangle and 2 circles. And the cat's just a circle and 2 triangles. Very well done. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. This is one that Heather played the game with me yesterday and was like, that can stay in our collection because it's doing something slightly different than her favorite Railroad Ink, but it's also very familiar for her to just jump right in and play with that same puzzle mindset behind it, trying to get all your pieces together and grouped out nicely. That's really all I have to say for this one. If this sounds like something you want, there will probably be a link in the description below to go pick up a copy yourself. I would recommend picking this one up if you're looking for a roll and write and you are a fan of cat games or cats in general. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.